Hello, and this is going to be my very first full feeding video, and for the first full one I'm going to be feeding all my animals just to show you how I feed them, even though usually you won't see that in the main ones, because the usual ones that you're going to see will be 2 frog clips as frogs get, it'll basically be over a week, so it'll be 2 frog clips most of the time because I feed them twice a week. 2 scorpion clips and 1 of each of my tarantulas, but this week I'm going to show you how I feed every one of my animals just for the first video. And to start off, we're starting in Cass because they were the first one I got, so I thought what a perfect place to start. As you can see, there's locusts roaming about. They're absolutely harmless to him. They're actually his live food, but he's only got about 5 in, and he's here. He's only got 5 in his tank, and I take them out when they get too big. But if he wants to come, there he is. What are you doing? He's doing daft with his tail. Let him make his mind up. There we go. And here's Cass. And he's going to run up my arm. He'll probably stay there for a second, hopefully. So yeah, that's basically how I feed him. Is I give him 5 locusts once a week. When they get too big, I take them out. But most of the time he won't eat them, because crested geckos, when they get to adult, one second, I'm going to try and get Cass back. When they get to adults, they're a bit like green iguanas, as they're because green iguanas, when they're young, they eat live food, but when they're adults, they turn vegetarian. Crested geckos do similar, as they just move mainly onto the crested diet and a few live food. It doesn't really need anything else when it gets to its adulthood. So yeah, so you won't see much from him because he doesn't get much life. He doesn't really take too much live food. He has 5 in all the time. But locusts are completely harmless to your animals, just so you know. So you can leave them in the tank. They're completely harmless. They don't do any harm at all. And basically, also what I do is, by the way, that ball's stained. It's actually about a year old, so that's why it's got a black mark around it. It's not actually dirty because I've just cleaned it out. But basically, he gets his water changed every 3 days as well. I'm just going to mention this. Same as my leopard gecko. You get changed every 3 days, and you get sprinkled minerals in it, vitamins and minerals, and that's all the vitamins and minerals they need. They get their calcium from their live food if they need it. And they get, if I'm correct, the crested diet, not the one I'm using at the moment, but Restapishire, something, I don't know what it's called. My mate uses it, and that has a lot of, I'm going to close the door because the locust is running along. But yeah, that's got a lot more nutritional values in it, and that's what most of the people use because that's what mate uses, and he actually breeds crested geckos. So yeah, you won't be seeing much of him. But that's just how I feed him. He gets his water changed every 3 days. He gets his crested diet daily, so it gets changed every day, and he eats quite a lot of that. I'll be honest, he does get a lot more than the locust just jumped off the roof. But yeah, he gets a lot more of that than a normal one would. But I just like to give him quite a bit because sometimes he does eat quite a lot. So yeah, and he gets 5 locusts, and when they get too big, I take them out and replace them with a new another 5. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And he's licking his eye. So that's that's pretty much the start. You won't be seeing him in any other feeding videos. Also, I need to give him a spray, and we'll move on to the next one. So yeah. This is how I feed my roaches, pepper roaches, of course. You can see a few there. They like to hide in tight spaces, so that one seems to be out. But yeah, all I do is I take the old orange out. I keep that in pretty much unless it goes mouldy or they've eaten it all. There is some nymphs in there, and they quite like the dog biscuits. So yeah, I've just got my oranges, and I usually give these the second biggest slice, and I just put that in. I fill up the water bowl, but I do not spray these because it the orange and the water keeps the humidity up alone. And that's them done. And I'll also show you how I care for my other babies that are in the old tank. I'll actually do pretty much the same. I'll fill that water bowl up in a second because they've only got a small one. It's only one of them tarantula sling ones. So what I do is I pick this up, make sure there's none on it, make sure that food's not mouldy, put that there. This is a lot bigger piece of orange than they usually get. And what I do is should balance. If I lift this up, you can usually see something about, or if I do, sorry, you're getting put on the mesh, but you should be able to hear this if I go quiet. So I spray the substrate. And as you can see, it comes alive. And that's all the babies just scutting around because I do like to spray them. You can see one quite well there, it's just gone to hide. You can see that one. But yeah, there's about 40 babies in there. And oh, yeah, but they're fine, they're in substrate. And that's all I do, I just spray that because it does keep the humidity up, but they haven't got a big water bowl, so that keeps the humidity better. But yeah, that's just how I do my roaches. And we'll move on to the next one. This is my millipedes. I forget the Latin name for these, but I forget the Latin and the common name, but they're the world's biggest millipedes, and I think the Latin name ends in gigas. So yeah, this is just how I feed these. Because that's orange, or I do feed them cucumber, but I thought I'd give them orange as a treat. They'll totally destroy that probably. And this is the only actual invert, vegetarian invert I advise. Please don't all fall out. I advise calcium dust with, because it helps harden the exoskeleton. Why is it going everywhere? I'll clean it up in a sec, but yeah, you get the point. So yeah, that's all I feed them. I either give them orange or cucumber, and they usually just destroy it. I forgot to mention, with these and my cockroaches, I change it every 3 days and give them fresh, so yeah. And that's pretty much them. Move on to the next one. Just something quick to add, my pepper roaches are called, can't remember this one, Rowan, Ivy, basically there's 6 at Pokemon, 5 at Pokemon Professors, then another one at Pokemon Professor, one at Island ones, and then Aya, can't remember the names exactly, sorry. And my millipedes are Alpha, Beta and Gamma, like the Magnet Warriors from Yu-Gi-Oh! So, move on. This is Hades, the adult male June Scorpion, and I don't know if he's going to take this, but he usually does at the moment. Yeah. Thought he would take it. But yeah, that's my adult male June Scorpion, fully grown, and I'll put his hide back in and we'll move on to the next one. Because I don't really want to waste much time, because usually he doesn't eat it for a lot. I'm going to keep this going because he's actually doing what I didn't think he would. And he's just thinking where to sting it. Give him a second, because I think he's realised he's killed it with it and he doesn't need his sting to do it. So we'll give him a minute. Yeah, he's realised he's killed it. I love Scorpion's mouthpieces, they're so cute. Let's see if it actually eats. Because when they actually eat, it's like, nom nom nom. Very cute. Getting off a subject, but yeah. See the nom nom. But yeah, we'll leave him be and move on to the next one. He's actually stinging it. Every time I want to move on, he's doing something. And he's stung it. Just to be safe. Yeah, so going pretty well. This is the first feeding video, and move on to the next one. For this one, I'm just going to do it quick because I'm just going to go through how I feed her because she's actually out for once. So yeah, Basically, my Lipica it's the same. She gets except with the water. Oh, sorry, the light. She gets the same with the water. That gets changed every 3 days, and it gets mineral powder sprinkled in it, and that gives her vitamins and minerals. Her bowl is always filled with calcium dust, as these can actually control how much calcium they take in, so they can't actually overdose on calcium at all. So she just takes it when she needs it. She licks it up, and that's whenever she needs it. And I give her 12 mealworms every 3 days. And she doesn't always eat them all. She's a nice size, and she doesn't always eat them all, so it's perfect for her, really. So she gets 12 mealworms, and they're just the normal size mealworms that you get. You can see in the bowl. Sorry, the light's really awkward in my room at night. And I think she wants to say hello. Say hello to the camera. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I feed her. She gets 12 mealworms, and I change her water every 3 days. And that's pretty much her. It's in a bit, Lilith. It's in a bit. Yeah, it's, by the way, that's Lilith the leopard gecko. Yeah. Here's my bee wagon sling, and let's see if it wants to take live for once. Nope. Try it one more time, as it might want to go for it, but usually it just takes deads, as I've said in my sling video. It's quite hard to catch a locust with one hand. Where's it gone? And I've lost it. Oh, no, found it. Professional. Do you want it live? No? Do you want it? Nope. You do? Oh, that's the first time she's ever took live. And I got it on video. Proper just went for the head. And she was actually quite strong. She caught the tweezers and pushed them away, kinda. So that's awesome. What a way to start off my very first feeding video. That's awesome. First live feed. So, well, we'll move on to the next one. Keep dropping it because it's an absolute monster. Look at the size of this locust. I've got a large one. I know it's not a fully grown one. Keep dropping it because it's chuffy, massive. Look at the size of that beauty. But we know who's getting that. See if she wants it. I think that were a yeah. Her feeds are just getting better. That's awesome, and that's meant for another awesome clip for my first feeding video. So yeah, that's of course my Ricularia versicolor, called Banshee, and I forgot to mention my sling is called Bilbo Baggins. I know it's corny, but yeah. But I think she wanted that quite badly, and that was the biggest one in the tub as well. So nice, good meal for her. Move on to the next one. I'm videoing all of this because I am proving that my Bebo me has an anger management problem. I am proving it because every time she does something, she's fine after for the camera. So I'm filming everything. So I'm just going to grab a locust, so I'll just be a second. Sorry about this. It's just, this is the only one I'll be showing full because I want to prove how mardy she is. What do I want? That one will do. Oh, dropped it. Oh, dropped that one. Oh, dropped another. Keep dropping the locust. Sorry about this. I can't capture one. It's really awkward. This is a lot in the box. So, oh, got one. Okay. So this is my Bebo me, as you can see, and the locust won't let go. Oh crap! What? She didn't go for that. Oh, she wants it, and she grabbed it. I might have missed that just. Sorry, the lights turned off on this video. But yeah, there's my Bebo me, and she is called Marceline. And yeah, so I'll leave her to a meal. Just quickly before I start, I forgot to mention The vitamins and minerals that I use on my Cresty and my Leopard Gecko are Vetarc. The Cresty diet I use at the moment is Komodo. I'm changing over to that Respishi, whatever it's called. You know, if you really want to know, I'll find out the name and link it to you. And every other feed, because my frogs get fed every 3 days. Every other feed they get Nutribol put into their thing to be shaken up, so they get their vitamins and minerals that way, and they have calcium in that tub all the time. So they always get calcium every feed. So yeah. So let's see how this is gonna go. This could go terribly wrong, but this is, by the way, this is the last one. I've fed everything else. Oh, I forgot to shake it up. So yeah, I've fed everything else. It's been a pretty eventful video. As I've said, in the future, it'll be 2 frog feeds, 2 scorpion feeds, and 1 of each tarantula, because it'll be over a week. And yeah, let's see what I want to do. The other one's actually under the leaf, just so you know. And finally, she's actually doing what I said she did in the first one. She actually jumps around and starts running after them. So yeah. Because people say these are ambush eaters. They're not. Definitely not. Try and get his locust off. Sorry about this. It's a bit awkward trying to do it. Oh, and I've dropped it in the water. Yeah, it's a bit awkward trying to do this with one hand, so yeah, sorry. Trying to get the one's attention under the leaf. Oh, she actually at the back. Oh, she actually at the back. I didn't even notice her. Sorry. I don't know if you saw that, but she actually did get that. Sorry, it's a bit awkward to do. Hopefully you can see that, because I can't. Oh, there she is. So you can see she's there, and that one's there. Hopefully they'll start running about a bit more. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, it's really awkward to do this one hand. I'll find out a way of doing it better. See what I mean? Sometimes she wants to be a toad, and because toads actually don't have the elasticated tongue, so they can't, they actually just have to grab them with their hands in the mouth, and that's what she just did. And the other one's actually started to jump about. And that's all the locusts out of the tub. Yep, that's all the locusts out of the tub. So we'll see what happens. Sorry, this has been a really long video. I'll try to cut it down more in future, but yeah. Funny little things. Just grab this locust. Oh, there it's fell in the water. By the way, I think someone asked me, I can't remember if it was via a message or a comment, but someone asked me, have I ever been bit by these? The answer is no. They flicked a tongue at me, but I've never been bit. I don't even think they've got teeth. They never show signs of aggression. They just sometimes think you're food, so they flick the tongue at you, and they soon realise that you're not food. So, yeah, just so people know, they're lovely little frogs. Completely, well, not little, they're huge, but yeah, completely harmless, really. But I think they've got the majority of the locust, giving each other evils. Don't know what that were about, because there weren't a locust there, but yeah. I'll grab this one out of the water. Let's see if this one wants it. Does she want it? Is she going to have it? Yeah, she noticed it. Straight away. Also, extra information. Keeping 2 together, always one's going to be a bit bigger, and it's obviously that one. They're both perfectly healthy, and I do make sure when I'm not recording that they both get equal amount, or that the small one, because I don't always record it, because it's hard to do it's hard to do record and feed them. But she just kicked water in me. Oh, acting silly. But yeah, just notice down here, giving me evils. But yeah, I do separately kind of feed them. By that I mean, I give the smaller one more, so overall they're getting like equal feeds. So just so people know that they do get equal feeds, but one's always going to be a bit bigger. Also that one was the one that she noticed something. She was the one that actually escaped, and I found shriveled up, and she was like a little black, a black piece of. Oh, it was weird. She was really fluffy, she was covered in dog hairs, and she survived. And people said these aren't hardy. They are. That's why I know she actually did escape, and we found her 3 days later. So yeah, a bit odd losing a frog. But yeah, that's why she's a bit smaller, but she's completely healthy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with either of these two. They're absolutely perfectly healthy. Except that one has less of the pigmentation. I don't think it'll ever get it back because it was shriveled up really badly, but it's completely healthy, so I don't really mind about the pigmentation. It's only some people prefer their animals to be real pristine. You know what I mean? When they look really good. But I don't mind as long as my animals are healthy. It don't bother me. She realised she's at some more, so she'll just put it out. But yeah, that's just going to wrap it up. Sorry about the really long video, but I like to make it thorough, and these have actually ate through most of it. They've only just finished eating, so yeah. And I think they've got everyone except there's one behind her, but she'll get that soon. So yeah, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and see you in a bit.